guy down. He's really kind of a pushy little booger out there, moving his way through there, pushing his way. You can see the lights have come on now. Perhaps maybe he figured because of all this traffic, this might be a way to get the other people in the area to understand that he's kind of in a rush right now. You can understand law enforcement just wants this guy to stop, but that's a Mercedes-Benz, and you know, you can see it right there. He was driving basically freeway speeds, just put his foot in it, and you can see how he's passing all these other cars right now. And we're moving up very, very quickly, getting to the 110 freeway. Got to work with my pilots for just a second, and we're going to try to get some more information on exactly what agencies are chasing this guy. Look, he's getting off the freeway. Getting off the freeway on San Pedro. Look, we'll give you a direction north or south here in just a second.
Let's just update everybody on this breaking news that's happening right now. We understand the Sheriff's Department is in the middle of a police pursuit at this point in time. This is going to be a blacked out per Stu Mundell Mercedes-Benz, black in color. We understand that at one point in time it was westbound on the 10, Andrea, now it's near downtown LA, and was briefly on the 110 and now is off the highway.
Now he stopped for a brief moment there, but now let's see if he runs what appears to be a red light. Yep, and he's going under the bridge now. Looks like we're going to lose him just for a second.
Stu, what road is this now? What street is this?
We're on San Pedro, the San Pedro Boulevard, just south of the 10 freeway. This vehicle moving very quickly. You saw that dangerous movie right there. That one car, that white SUV, was probably driving speed limit out there when this guy just basically made that turn. Could have been a very, very dangerous situation. Right now, though, I believe we're going to be on Washington as we're going to be moving westbound again, south of the 10 freeway, downtown Los Angeles area. If we're not right up on it, we're going to be up on Figueroa here shortly. But now it seems to be slowing down for a Maple, made an illegal left turn there. This guy seems to know where he's going. I can tell you LAPD is getting involved right shortly. We'll see some other vehicles, some law enforcement behind them just in a moment.
We want to welcome everyone right now to KCAL 9 News at 10. I'm Andrea from GE along with Jeff Vaughn, and Stu Mundell is live in Sky 9 following this police pursuit. Now, Stu, something that's scary for drivers as well is there's no LAPD units behind him with lights and sirens, so they might not know exactly what's going on.
You know,
got onto the 110 shortly before he exited onto San Pedro at this point in time. This is a Mercedes-Benz with a driver there that has been going at high speeds, anywhere from 80 to 90 miles per hour. And now, as you can see there, has stopped at an intersection. We have seen in the past this driver go right through an intersection. And now we have a couple of police units right across the intersection from that individual. We have the spotlight from the law enforcement helicopter above. And it appears that, well, he's going to take off once again as he goes through this intersection right past those two police cruisers.
I wonder why those cruisers just stayed there.
And Stu Mundell is going to join us now in Sky 9. He hesitated there when he saw those two police cruisers, Stu.
Oh, he definitely slowed down and gave it a stop right there. We're trying to hear the lights off again. Really, really high speed. South Los Angeles. We're very close to Jefferson was the turn earlier on. Underneath some trees right there. Major Street. Whoa! We just saw a car lock up the brakes right there. I hope there wasn't a collision. There he goes. He's going the other direction. He's going to be going eastbound now. On a major road. You know, the officers from LAPD, they are calling this out. Not sure if those two vehicles, those two officers, were actually involved or actually even knew where this was. He's moving southbound, I believe, now on Alameda. Hang on. And you see him right there slowing down, hitting the brakes, trying to slow it down a little bit. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
You'll get that crash right into the building.
And you got to understand, there's nobody behind this vehicle. This guy just loses control. 3 people jumping out of that car. You see that stop sign wedged up there. 4 people stuck out of that car. Right now, we're keeping an eye on these two right there. That's going to be the driver and the front passenger. We're going to stay on this one right there. We believe that is the driver. Now, LAPD is going to want to talk to that person because he is the driver. He's the one that committed most of those crimes because he was behind the wheel. Bizarre ending. That car right there going very, very fast, but no apparent reason for that ending to happen right there. That vehicle should have been able to make that turn at extremely high speeds, went right through that gore point, taking out a bunch of stuff and into a building. Luckily, we didn't see any civilians hurt. This gentleman keeps running. This person, suspect, right now keeps on running out here, working his way into the darkness there. I can tell you there's a helicopter overhead waiting to see some of those reds and blues in the area.
And right now, Stu, it's hard to keep track of him. He did have what looked like his cell phone, and his cell phone looked to be on. That was the only way we could see him for a bit. It looks like maybe he's even behind trees now.
Yeah, but who knows if that was the driver or one of the passengers. We had 4 people come out of that Mercedes, and that car is like a one-vehicle crash. You couldn't believe it didn't hit anything else. It hit parked cars right there, ping-ponged off of the building, went right up the sidewalk, as you see right here. Missed that car, hit the building, goes up the sidewalk, and then comes to a stop, and then the driver and 3 passengers get out of that blacked-out Mercedes, as this is now going from a vehicle pursuit to a foot pursuit of at least 4 individuals following this pursuit of a car that occurred, well, just within the last 10 minutes here.
And sheriff's helicopter has been covering these folks, but black and white, so there are some by the crashed car, but we don't know if any have caught up with the people who were actually in the car.
Of course, that's going to be a big key piece of evidence is that Mercedes. I don't know why there was the hazards appear to be on at this point in time, but I don't know if that's something that just came on as a result of the vehicle. But let's go back up to Sky 9. Stu Mundell has been watching this from the very beginning. Now, you mentioned Alameda as one of the last cross streets. Is that where this crack-up occurred, Stu?
Broadway and 43rd is what we're hearing right now. Broadway and 43rd. Now that vehicle coming to a stop there on a sidewalk. You can see people in the neighborhood out there just, you're probably astonished hearing that loud crash. We know it hit that wall right there. We saw that mural making his way all the way across that gore point. There was that sharp turn. He just went straight across there, taking out signage, trash cans, and luckily not hitting any vehicles, hitting the wall, coming to an end right there. Now California Highway Patrol out here in force right now. They're getting information from the Sheriff's Department, but right now it seems that they're just a little bit behind the curve, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to take somebody into custody here shortly. Helicopter overhead, they're going to start setting up a perimeter. You can see some of the vehicles down here off of 43rd Street. Right there's one of the vehicles. Now we haven't heard because we were following that one person that we saw running, but apparently the officers took somebody into custody right now, where they're setting up a perimeter, trying to get at least 3 of those 4 people into custody.
And Stu, do we know why the driver was running in the first place?
You know, we never heard the original want on this. I have to be just blatantly honest. We just don't know. We understand that it started in the Glendora area. We picked it up on the freeways. We heard the helicopters actually talking about it, doing handoffs and asking for other assistance. That's what brought us over here. Then we saw the actual pursuit. When we saw it is basically what you saw. We just saw this blacked out vehicle, spotlight on it, this guy just not stopping. The information was a little bit scarce, but we were working to get what we could. We do know California Highway Patrol, they were the ones that in the end that were chasing this vehicle, even though we're well established in LAPD. Luckily, we know civilians were hurt, but that Mercedes very mangled. Amazing that those 4 people were able to jump out and run.
Yeah, it certainly looks like he was not anticipating that curve there at Broadway and 43rd, and that's when he lost control and then went across all the lanes of traffic there, and it just kind of bounced off of that building. It took a front impact of that vehicle, probably had the front airbag.